All right, welcome to episode number 23, and we are talking all about the big major upgrade that Nano Banana has caused in the industry of editing, photos, etc. And so I just wanted to go over a little bit of information with you and answer some questions that I've gotten even in the last, 56 hours I've been playing with it. I spent hours and hours diving deep into the fun of Nano Banana, other than I think, and a few of us in the industry have decided that they might have been high when they decided to name this, or just thought it would be a fun joke because the rest of us have to say Nano Banana so many times. Anyway, so let me first start off by saying there are already a ton of fakies out there. Okay, so if you go to nanobanana.ai, you're going to be charged a fee for using Nano Banana, but it is a Google product that is actually available only right now on lmarena.ai. Okay, you can use it inside of OpenArtAI, you can use it inside Gemini, but this is a really great way of using it when you don't have any of those options. So let's first start with the basics, okay? So there are what they call a battle, and they have side by side, and then they have direct chat. Okay, this really is just basically a starting point on their testing and trying out different AI tools, right? We're promoting their voting and we're looking at the advanced AI. None of this really needs to affect you in any way, but I'm just going to show you how I've been using this. And we're actually going to do a battle ourselves right here live, and I have no idea how it's going to respond. So this is always the fun part of doing these types of videos, because I have created an AI twin in both FluxLoRa on fowl.ai and in OpenArtAI. Both of those are my two by choice uses of hyper-realistic AI imaging. Now, I have plenty of videos, and I'll post them somewhere here if you want to take a look on how to do that, how to create very hyper-realistic images of yourself. What we're going to do today is we are going to test that theory right here in Nano Banana. And then I'm also going to show you what it is really good at, what I love, love, love about it, and then some of the things I've seen just over the last little while. It's been out for, I guess, just over a week, just under a week, something like that. So I want to show you all of it. So I personally go to lmarena.ai. So this is basically Notebook LM Arena. That's where all their stuff is. It popped up here. There was no big launch. There was no big excitement. It was just here. You go to direct chat, and then as soon as you click generate image, you're going to see right away Gemini 2.5, Nano Banana right up here. Okay, so it's automatically going to bring that up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload some images here. And what I did just for comparison's sake, I actually took a ton of my real life images, so not AI images, real life images, and I'm just going to upload them into here. And I am going to say, use these photos to create a hyper realistic image of this woman standing on a TEDx stage wearing a black suit with white blouse, mic in hand, looking into a diverse audience, of people. So you can see it's not a super complex prompting. I have tons of videos on how to prompt properly when it comes to AI images. Again, you can take a look at my channel, but we're just going to see what happens. So I'm going to press go. It's going to take information from all of these different these different images, and let's just see what happens. Let's just see what happens, because one of the things I have seen still to this day is that 15 to 25, and actually in OpenArtAI, I've used up to 35, 45 images to really get a specific look. So let me just take a look here. All right, so you can see right out of the gates, it's a little confused. Actually, it's not a terrible likeness of me. It's actually not terrible. Again, some of the images I have lighter blonde hair, darker brown hair. Again, my glasses, my bangs, they're all there, which is good. It is a diverse audience, which I really, really love because one of the downsides with OpenArt or FluxLaura is that you tend to get a whole creepy audience of yourself looking back at you. So this is a good thing. It is happening here. But I still, I think there was 10 photos there, don't see the resemblance of myself here. Okay, so that's the one negative about Nano Banana is that I still truly believe you need to train your AI twin in a Flux with it, whether it be Flux Laura on FAL, whether it be OpenArt AI on one of these really great tools to get the best likeness of yourself. Okay, but here's the beauty of this. So first of all, I'm just going to do a quick retry, see if that helps. You can actually do a retry, see if it helps at all. I actually downloaded that image because I want to show you what Nano Banana is really good at, which is changing the background scene. So I'm going to show you that in a minute. But so here's another one. Again, it's taken out the TEDx part of it. So, I mean, I don't know what's going on here. There's a diverse audience, which I really like. The spotlight is on myself. But again, I don't feel that connection to that image. Now, one of the things that I really focus on is finding that hyper-realistic image so that you can connect to them both emotionally. This is me, this is my future self, and also looking at from a visualization perspective and a vision board perspective. Okay, so that one's a little bit better. Again, if you click on this, you can see there is definitely some likeness in there. If I were to get really close, you're going to see a little bit of wonkiness going on there, definitely lacking some of the visualization that I really like to see with my images, which is that connection to me. So I'm not loving the actual creation of the AI twin, which is what I also found out when I was playing with it myself. But here's one thing I do love about this. Okay, so I am actually going to pull up the image that I just downloaded, which was, again, not necessarily perfect for me, but we're going to use it. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to say, take this woman and place her on the beach in a bathing suit, sand on her toes, and at high sun. And I'm just going to press go here. So what it should do is it should take the exact same person, which again, not exactly me, but the exact same person, and change the background. And this is where I feel like Nano Banana thrives. Okay, so you could see if I were to show you up here, this is the image, right? That I picked. Then this is her in a new outfit, obviously at the beach. So it has changed the game for editing of any type of work when it comes to this. So let's just show you some of the other examples that I have found that has been really, really fun. So here is another image of myself. It is me sitting at a desk. I'm going to say, take this woman and get her, forget how to speak, have her sitting in a cafe in Paris, coffee in front, computer, replace the computer with a book. All right, so pretty simple prompting is what I'm finding with Nano Banana. You don't have to get too fancy. You can, of course, any type of prompting is going to give it more information, but you can get a pretty simple statement. So here you go. Wow, that actually is really, really good. So the image itself, I'm going to see if I can get it. So this is me, an image that I created, again, the Flux in OpenArtAI. So it feels a little bit more like me. I have it a lot more set up to be similar to me. And then all I asked it to do was take this woman sitting at a cafe in Paris in front, and look at that. So very, very similar, right? We've removed myself from the home office, put me in a Paris cafe, which is just absolutely amazing, and a book. Looks like a really old one at that. I'm having a croissant and a coffee. This is just such an incredible editing tool that I am just loving, loving, loving. So let me show you another example of this. So what I did with this one is I started a storyboard of different stills that I am going to create into an image. And it basically is taking each of the image. So I'm going to bring this one in so you can see it. Okay, so this is the image, and I'm going to say same image looking at the car from the ocean view. Keep the woman and the scene the same. All right, and let's see what goes on here. And I'll show you the image in just a minute after we see what it comes up. Now remember, this is AI, so there's still errors that can be happening. We still need our human eyes to take a look at different areas of, does it make sense? Are there too many fingers? How many legs? Okay, so this one, this is actually not too bad. So it's basically imagining that the water is now coming up onto the scene, which is kind of funny. But here, this is the scene that I was originally taking it from. So you can see the car is the same, the blanket's the same, the outfit on me is the same, the drink in my hand is the same. And it really is that easy to change up these scenes without doing any fancy dancy editing. If you've ever used Photoshop, it can get very complicated very quickly. And this has just changed it. So I'm going to take this picture here, which is another one actually from my storybook. That's my storyline here. And I'm going to have use this image and pull away from her face a little so you can still see the waves in the reflection of her glasses, but a better view of her face. And let's see what happens here. So one thing with Nano Banana that I want you to know is that it does not continue the conversation. So in ChatGPT, for example, you are continuing the conversation from before. All right, so this one is not fantastic. I'm not going to lie. I don't feel like this is going to give me a representation of myself as much. But remember, the image that I put in here was this one. So there was a lot of filling in the blank that needed to be done. This is definitely a feel for me. I feel like that is me, where this one comes out a little bit more unlike me. But if I were to add another picture of me into this, so let's take this one and say, put this woman in the image with sunglasses at the beach. Hold on. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to also bring in the picture that I want, which is the one with the glasses. And now I'm going to work these two together and we'll see how it goes. Again, it's not always perfect, especially when you're bringing images together, but this is a really, really fun way to show. There we go. Okay, so it's a little bit different. I didn't say anything about the outfit. Now I'm sitting at the beach, but if I were to take this image, for example, and now remember, it doesn't follow with it, so we have to add the image and say, have this woman wearing beach clothes and enjoying sitting on the beach. Simple, simple, simple. And we'll see what happens. So remember, it doesn't actually go back to the information that I had originally in this chat. It automatically just takes. Okay, let's see what it's got here. So it's completely changed the scene on this one, and I'm wearing a very interesting dress. But let's just download that one. We're going to bring it back. I like the scene itself. So we're going to bring it back into the scene, and I'm going to upload an image of myself again, just to make sure that it's got all of the details. And I'm also going to bring in a picture of the car again so that I can add the woman to the hammock and add the car to the background of the image. So now what's happening is I'm taking multiple different elements and I'm bringing it together. And this is kind of how we see Nano Banana being such a powerful, powerful tool. And let's see what happens. It's having to think a little bit. All right, so again, not perfect in there, but see that now I'm actually sitting over there. The car is over there. There's a person here. So you can see how it starts bringing in tools to different areas. So we're going to change focus here just a little bit. And I'm going to show you what happens when I take this image of myself that I created in OpenArtAI. And I'm going to take this image of, where is it? Where is it? This one. And I'm going to say, have the woman in the chair dressed in the purple dress standing on the stairs. And let's just see what happens. All right, so as we go through, we're going to see again, most of them take less than 10 seconds. Okay, so here we go. Obviously not great. This is what I'm talking about. So all they did was kind of a cut and paste my head on this girl's body, which isn't exactly what I'm looking for, but let's try that again. So we're going to take, actually we're going to take this one. And we're going to try this one more time. And we're going to take this and we're going to add the dress. And we're going to say the woman from the chair, create a new image with her in the purple dress standing on the stairs. And we'll see what happens. And again, it may work, it may not. That's the beauty of AI and AI tutorials, is it's always fun to see what happens. But this will give you an idea of the power of, oh, well, that did nothing. So again, we're going to just do a quick redo, see if anything changes on this one. And it may not, and that's okay too. But the idea is that it brings different elements in, and there we go. Okay. So now you see that you're in the exact same outfit as the model that I took from the picture. I've put myself in here and it's absolutely stunning. And I'm just going to download that because I think it's fun. So that just gives you an idea of some of the capabilities that Nano Banana has. And when you're playing with it, just know that you are using the information and it does not connect from the last chat. So I couldn't just be like, change this photo to whatever. It's not going to know what I'm talking about. They do not connect like ChatGPT does. So you always have to add a new image, multiple images, and describe what you want the image that you want generated looks like. And all of those pieces bring it together. And that is why Nano Banana has been such a powerful, powerful feature as an editing tool. A friend of mine asked for an image. Let me see if I can find it and I'll show you how crazy it was. All right, so let's go with this one. And then I'm going to say change the woman's bikini to hot pink. And then we'll go here. And so this is where it gets crazy, crazy amazing. You are literally just making a quick change. And in Photoshop, for those who are Photoshop experts, so look at that. So this, I'm just going to show you. This is her with the guy in the teal bikini. And this is her with the guy in a pink bikini, and nothing else has changed. So we have often seen with AI, the distortion, the changing of the scenes, and not being able to see the differences. And now we're able to show all of this amazingness. Now, let me show you another really fun feature that I have played with a lot because I really, really enjoy it. Is I'm going to take this one and I'm going to say, have the woman holding let's do a brown puppy in her arms. Okay, so this is another image that I've created of myself using OpenArtAI. It's with my Flux Laura. As I said, I've trained it already. So that's where I feel like this really shines, not necessarily to train it, but now look at this. Oh my goodness, I've got a puppy in my arms. I've changed my arms. I'm looking at the puppy. It's thinking of the suggestion that I'm doing because here I am like loving on this puppy. And of course, if I have a puppy in my hand, I'm going to be loving on it. So that is where it gets to being so amazingly intelligent when it comes to editing. And I can't wait for you to try it. Try it out. Ask questions if you have any. Share. I'd love to share, see some of your shared works. And I will see you in the next episode.